think you'll get Denzel back this week?
That's the goal, obviously. I said it in my after the game last week. Just seeing how hard he's worked to get back. So definitely getting him back would definitely give us a boost for sure.
Hey, Greg, when you watch Fields, like what really jumps out at you?
He's a great player. I think he gets a lot of critique from the media and things like that, but he's a great player. I've been playing him since college. He can make every single throw, has a strong arm. He runs like a running back. He kind of reminds me of like Cam Newton style of being able to be a physical runner, but can also make a bunch of throws. So I think he definitely gets a lot of critique, but I think he's also a great young player too.
Does that help you when you're, prepping for a quarterback, when you're facing a guy that you got to see in college?
Oh, for sure. Just being able to get some extra reps on him, knowing what he likes, knowing what he doesn't like, and just seeing the evolution from him in college is also fun to watch as well.
DJ Moore's putting up some numbers. What makes him so tough?
He can run every single route. He's kind of built like a Debo where he's like real stocky, but then he also can run great routes as well. So he's definitely a guy that makes a lot of his plays after the catch as well. So we have to do a great job tackling him when he does get some catches.
Greg, you guys have been so good defensively at home specifically. Because after Sunday's game, does that help prep for this game because you guys got back to where you were and the success you had in having?
For sure. I say it all the time, like, the home crowd is our 12th man. Like, they do so much for us out there, and it was definitely great to get back out there after losing 2 straight to get out there and get in front of the home crowd and just feel the energy that they brought, and we're hoping they bring that again this Sunday.
How are you guys as a secondary moving off of that win, trying to ride that momentum, but also staying grounded and focus on that goal, 1-0 every week?
Yeah, we don't become we're never complacent, and the thing we expect to make those plays and things like that. Games that we're playing very well, we expect to do that. So it's easy to move on to the next game when you're expected, and we're forced to make those plays and play well. So it's easy to just move on to the next one and try to go 1-0 the next week.
What's it been like to be able to watch just the development of MJ Anderson? You have a front row seat to it. He had a couple rough moments on the road trip, and he comes back out there and he had on Sundays for rebounds. What's that like for him?
Oh, it's amazing. Just even from last year, just seeing him, just evolve and become like a number one corner. It's amazing to see. We expect that out of him each and every week. Like we said, man, there's going to be games where, I won't play well, he won't play well, but the ability to be resilient and bounce back and make a Hall of Fame type of performance last week was just amazing to see.
It looks like you might not have Grant Delpit. What does that do to you guys in the second?
Man, Grant does a lot for us. Obviously, with the contract extension, that already shows you what everybody in the building feels about him, and that shows you what we feel about him. He's a hard-nosed player. He sets the tone for us, especially with his physicality, his leadership. So just hoping we get him back out there too.
Greg, if you do have to, you finished the game with a couple of real young safeties back there. First of all, how do you think they played, and how does that affect what you guys do as a defense if you have to go with those guys again?
I thought they played amazing. Just singling first on Ronnie Hickman. Like, you guys seen it out there. He made a crucial stop. He was playing physical, playing very instinctive. Whoever's out there, obviously missing guys like Juan, who wasn't able to play out there, and Grant, and then Rod obviously out for the season. Like, that's a big toll on us. But when you got young guys that have been learning from those vets, and when their opportunity came, they rose up to the challenge.
Greg, playing in a defensive backfield because of the way the rule book is written, the way the game is officiated these days, why have you guys been able to be, I guess, as aggressive and successful with your aggressiveness without hurting the team?
Yeah, we know some of those calls are 50-50. Some of them won't go our way. But Coach Schwartz literally tells us, like, be physical. First down, obviously on crucial downs, like, you got to play a little bit, on third downs where if you do get a holding penalty, they'll get a first down. But on those first downs, like, you got to set the tone. You set the tone early, and then later in the game, the refs, they might give you some of them later in the game. So, we just try to set the tone early with the physicality.
Greg, how proud are you of the way you bounced back after that Denver game, which probably wasn't your best, but then you come back to these last 2 games?
I'm definitely proud of myself. Like I said, like I said, corners, it's the toughest position in sports, and sometimes you get beat. That's fine, but I know what type of player I am. My teammates know what type of player I am, so I wasn't really too worried about that type of performance because they knew that I'd bounce back. Coach Schwartz told me after the game, in the meeting in front of the whole defense, was like, Greg probably didn't play his best game, but he'll bounce back. Like, he wasn't worried about that. So definitely proud of myself, but, that's what I expect out of myself.
And then it looks like the Bears are a ton of like receiver screens, right? Like stuff to it. So does that challenge you guys as corners to come up and make tackles like you've been doing?
For sure. Like we say every week, this has got to be our best tackling week. Definitely at the corner position, DJ Moore, great receiver. Yards after the catch is what he specializes in, so we have to do a great job in containing him after the catch.
Greg, you guys have obviously had a next man up mentality all season, but as you go through so many different injuries and guys coming in and different faces kind of week to week, just what are those conversations like that have made you guys so successful at communicating, like, this is what we're looking for, this is what we're trying to do? Like, how has it been sort of almost flawless throughout most of the season, even when guys are kind of filling it?
Yeah, I think it's just the belief. Teams always say next man up, but who actually truly believes in the next man up? We actually believe in our guys. As you can see, when Ronnie was out there playing, D-Bell was out there playing, we didn't change the scheme. We're not going to run something else just to cater to them. No, they're ball players as well. So we trust in our guys. I think that's the biggest difference.
Have you gotten to know Joe Flacco at all in those last few weeks that he's been here?
Kind of. He's kind of by me, like, in the locker room, but didn't really get to know him too much. But he's been doing great for us.
What's kind of, he's the story of the town, right? Like, what's he kind of, the hope he's provided or kind of calming things down? Like, how would you describe his influence?
Yeah, just a leader who's been there and done it all. Has gotten teams to the playoffs. Just the poise he plays with, the ability to, if he makes a mistake, being able to bounce back, and just all that positive vibes he brings to this organization.
There's been so much that Kevin has had to deal with his head coach, and just what influence has he had on you guys, and how has his non-emotional reaction to most things, especially the negative stuff, benefited you guys as a team?
Players coach. That's the biggest thing I can say. Whether someone makes a mistake or not, he always takes it on himself and things like that. So just being the ultimate players coach, trusting in us to go out there and make plays, just everything. He gets a lot of scrutiny in the media as well, but for us to be down so much and for guys to keep stepping up, he's done an amazing job for us.
Thanks, Gene.
Yep, appreciate it.
Hey, Walk, Wyatt Teller was saying the other day that Joe Flacco was a real voice of kind of reason down the stretch. Like, he was kind of saying, hey, if this happens, then we got to do this, what have you. How important is it to have that kind of guy who's basically seen everything over 15 years on the sideline, let alone in the huddle?
Yeah, no doubt. A guy like that with a lot of experience, every game situation, nothing should surprise him at this point. He's been playing for 100 years. So he's getting those guys ready just in case if it was a 2-minute or we're up 2 or we're up, 4, we end up being up 4 or whatever it is. I'm pretty sure he's telling those guys, how to manage that situation. So, like I said, a guy that's been around, he's done it all, seen it all, is able to communicate to the guys, the different types of situations that we could be in.
Miles described him as Kevin's long-lost brother. Has anybody busted him on that?
Yeah, nah, not yet. Maybe, that's all Miles on that one.
Anthony, it's one thing, though, considering everything that has happened at that position this year, you guys, I think, have made 7 changes leading up to games because of injuries. It's one thing to say that you believe in a guy. It's another to really, truly believe that. What is it about Joe that, with him coming in here, it feels like you guys believed in him from day one? What is it about him that earned that, so quickly?
Not the fact that he won a Super Bowl or anything like that. That would just be, that's the main.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. But a guy with so much experience, has played winning football in the NFL for a very long time, knows how to get the job done. Until he proves otherwise, he's still a great quarterback, and what we need for right now to kind of steady us as a team. Just great to have, and to find someone like that late in the season after what we've gone through, we got the luck of the draw on that one.
It looks like you've lost a couple more guys. Maurice Hurst, maybe Grant Delpit. How much more can this defense absorb and still keep winning?
I hope we don't have to find out anymore. No, man, we believe in everybody in this locker room. They're here for a reason. Obviously, it sucks, right, to lose guys. We've done it all year, from week 1 on. The name of the NFL is next man up, as we all like to say. We don't like to say it, but we have to say it. The next man up mentality. And, we believe in everybody in this locker room. So whoever gets that opportunity, we believe in that person. And it won't be no different with the new guys stepping up.
Well, guys, you guys have a young operation for the Bears. What stands out offensively that you guys have to combat on Sunday?
Yeah, number one, looks very great on film. He can make every throw. He can, run the ball as well. When you have a dual threat quarterback like that, obviously we've had our share of them this year, but when you have a quarterback like that can, kind of make the game multi-dimensional. Make you cover every blade of grass on the field is very, very special and very unique. So, we got to obviously be fundamentally sound in everything that we do, and dictate the game and not let them dictate the game.
Is that more of a mental approach when you are facing a dual threat quarterback because of the way they can run and pass the ball?
Yeah, for sure. It makes you have to layer the coverage a little bit, and you have to. Rush and cover has to be, on point. We say that every week, but when you play a dual threat quarterback, it has to be almost, perfect to get the job done.
Do you feel like you guys have struggled against some of those guys this year, and even guys that can do the zone, the zone read stuff? And what do you need to fix in that area?
Yeah, I think we could be better, and pretty much every part of the game, rush coverage, blitz, whatever. I think we've honed in on our fundamentals and technique against the zone read and all that stuff. So we just got to go out and execute. It's just all 11. All 11 of us, one ball carrier, and we got to get the guy down and play well on third down, play well in the red zone. And, like I said, just our same goals every week.
It seems things got better after the Minshew game. Was there more emphasis or more awareness of it after that?
I'd say so.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Grant might end up having to miss the final 4 games this season with this groin injury. How well was Grant playing? And then also, were you happy to see that he was able to get his extension and achieve some of those goals?
Yeah, I was about to say that's how well he was playing. He got an extension. But yeah, Pro Bowl caliber year from him. Put the work in all off season. Really stepped into his own this year, and he'll be fine when he gets back. Getting back into that role, and obviously it sucks to lose, like I said, any guy on our team, but you lose a guy like Grant Delpit, really excelling in run defense and coverage and everything like that, blitzing as well. Hate that for him, but for our team, we got other guys that have to step up. Guys that can step up, that's proven that they can do that. And we gotta have each other's back. And then if he is able to get back, we obviously welcome him with open arms. And but we can't worry about the playoffs right now. We got to worry about this week, and this is the biggest game of our lives.
Greg kind of echoed your sentiments about players on your side of the ball stepping up when called upon. What is it about it? And he said that you guys don't change anything; just guys have stepped in and just kind of picked up where others have left off. What have you seen from some of these reserve guys that weren't getting a lot of playing time early, where they have been able to be so successful and in key moments too?
Yeah, I think it's a testament to their preparation, preparing like starters, and when their number's called, they're not scrambling to get ready. They're already ready. Like I said, a testament to them, but also a testament to the coaches. Position coaches doing a great job. The DB coaches, linebacker coaches, D-line coaches. Whenever we have somebody step up, there's no drop off. Like Greg said, there's no different play calling or anything like that. Everybody knows the scheme, knows what we're doing and trying to get accomplished, and they execute it really well. So, testament to player and coach.
Is Sigma?
Okay, thanks. It seems so much has happened to this team, from Greenbrier to now. Guys, quarterback, this and that. And there's still 4 games left.
Mm-hmm.
Does it seem like that kind of year to you that the finish line is farther up than the normal?
No, normal season. Like I said, last year was 10 linebackers go down. This year is just different positions. But again, I think we prepared ourselves, I believe, a lot better than we have probably in the past of, guys going down and, not really being executed, not executing at the same, tempo and everything like that. I think we've gotten a lot better at that. Guys being ready to go when their number's called. Like I said, testament to player and coach. Yeah, we've been through a lot, but nobody's going to feel sorry for us. And this December football, you can't ask for a better position to be in. Give yourself a shot to, get into the playoffs and, one-game seasons from there. And you can go as far as you want to go. So I wouldn't trade it. Obviously I love to be having Nick Chubb and Deshaun and everybody healthy, but I wouldn't trade this position at all.
Is a signal caller on the defense, and with the potential of 2 young safeties out there, and that's how you finished the game the other day. Does that put more on your plate? Do you have to communicate more with those guys?
I like to over communicate. No matter who's in the game. But, like you said, I feel like those guys are prepared enough. So if I give them little reminders and tips, they already on it. They're a little younger, so they listen really well. But like I said, those guys are prepared. So I'm not really worried about over communicating with those guys as much as I am just doing my job, and making sure everybody's on the same page.
Chicago has beaten some really good teams this year. Is that something going into this week that you guys are hypersensitive about? Not to insinuate you would take an opponent lightly, but just the fact that they're not in contention like you guys are, and they, like I said, they played well against really good teams.
Yeah, you can't worry about that, especially in the NFL. This is the NFL for a reason. Everybody has good players. There's no bad players. There's no bad teams. So we have to bring it, and we understand that. Like I said, it's the biggest game of our lives, and we understand that. We have to approach it that way. But at the end of the day, it is nameless, faceless opponents, and we're trying to get better as a team. So we're taking that approach, but obviously there's a team standing in front of us that we have to defeat this week.
Anthony, obviously the next man up mentality has been like the on the field perspective, just next guy up. But just from like a morale standpoint, I would imagine it gets pretty discouraging to just see the sheer number of guys who've gotten injured. So how do you keep spirits up, and how do you kind of keep guys not getting down on the situation?
Yeah, you hate to lose somebody, right? You hate to lose sorry, let me not say it like that. This isn't life or death, right? You hate to, not go out there with your brothers that you've grinded with all season and all off season and stuff like that. But again, we've had guys in here in this locker room that's been with us the whole time as well, that has been waiting for their opportunity. And it just happens like that sometimes. You never know when your number's going to be called. So all you got to do is, stay ready, and when your number is called, you go out there and you're prepared, and you go out there and execute, and you want to help contribute. So it gives the opportunity for that. But obviously, like I said, it sucks not having those guys out there. But like I said, nobody's going to feel sorry for us, so we can't feel sorry for ourselves.
I know you got that fumble the other day, but are you saving the interception for the playoff clincher?
I guess so. I guess so. I hope that's the case.
Did you think you had the pick six there at the end?
Yeah. He threw a bad ball. If the ball would have been perfect, I would have caught it. If I wouldn't have tipped it, MJ would have caught it because it was so bad. But I think he knew that, so he threw it away, kind of. But yeah, hopefully I'm saving it for the playoffs.
Are you spending any extra time on the jugs gun, because you've had some opportunities?
Yeah, I've had
this
some
year.
opportunities. Yeah, and I have been doing extra. So.
Play, Walt.
Get out of here, Rod.
If you could catch and be a receiver, right?
Yeah, I did play receiver, so yeah, I don't know. It just hasn't been my year right now, so we'll get it done when we need to.
David hasn't invited you over to use the jugs machine at his house?
All right, now Dave got a couple drops on the year too now. So I'll make sure we both on there.
Thanks a lot.
Oh, good. Appreciate y'all.